Okay, folks, here's a quick review of the Beast figure that was produced by Hasbro as a part of the Marvel Universe line of products. This was part of the 4th series of Marvel Universe figures that were released in 2012, and I picked this up at Walmart for $9.99. Now, I believe Hasbro produced 2 variants of this figure. I'm not aware of all the differences between the 2 variants, but if I'm not mistaken, one variant was upside down in the packaging, and the other variant was right side up in the packaging. And I'll be reviewing the right side up version of this figure for you today. Okay, so when I first got this figure out of its packaging, I liked what I saw. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is how Beast appeared in the Astonishing X-Men comic book series. And this figure also reminds me a bit of how he appeared in the X-Men First Class movie that came out in 2011. Paint apps on the figure were a bit on the ragged side. There was a lot of paint slop around the shoulders, and some of the black of his uniform bled through the yellow X in the chest area. And there was also some paint slop around his wrist gauntlets as well. The articulation joints were quite numerous on this figure, and they all worked nicely for the most part. I had no problem in moving the head, the shoulders, the upper biceps, the wrists, the mid-abdominal crunch, the hips, and the ankles. The elbows and the knees on the figure were a bit stiff, but they are beginning to free up slowly. And also of note, there are 3 articulation joints in his feet, and there's additional articulation just below his hips. So, needless to say, this figure is just loaded with options for action poses. So let me pause here, zoom in, and I'll give you a closer look as to what the Beast looks like. Okay. Alright, Beast didn't come with any accessories, and the figure stand that you see him standing on was not included in the package. However, he did come with a collectible comic book shot, so let me pan down real quick and I'll show you what that looks like. And here is the collectible comic shot. It's a thin piece of cardboard picturing an astonishing X-Men comic book cover. Personally, I think it's a shame that Hasbro chose to stop including figure stands with these figures, as I think these comic book shots are they're rather forgettable. All right, back to the figure itself. What I'll do now is a quick 360 of Beast for you and let you see what he looks like from all sides. Okay. So overall, I'd have to say that this figure is rather nice, and I do like it. There's loads of articulation on this figure, so you'll be able to get a lot of action poses out of him. I do have a few gripes, like the paint apps being sloppily done, and not seeing a figure stand included in the package. That was a bit of a downer for me. But in spite of that, I still think Beast should get a great recommendation. I feel that this is a solid pickup for your Marvel Universe collection, so if you see Beast in stores, pick him up. Okay, so on that note, take care and stay tuned for my next review. Have a good one.